right, y'all. Hey, welcome back to the Rori Harmon Show. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Orange Bloods Texas YouTube channel. We have not seen Rori in a while because Rori has been doing fantastic things on the court. But first, I just want to know, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good, actually. I was a regular student for a minute, just here on campus, just the student part. But we just started workouts again. So, the athlete part has to come back in. But I had a good little break, got to see my family. I'm just really focused on school, trying to end out the semester. So I'm doing pretty good.
And how long was your break?
I took 2 weeks off, a complete 2. So I did a little something here and there, but I really didn't get too intense with what I was doing. Just wanted to take the rest that I needed to take.
Okay. And just help me to be able to grasp, because you guys' season doesn't start until technically when?
I would say around, it really starts now, but around November. This is this part of the summer workouts, and then we come back to summer workouts, and then around early November, I would say.
What's the point? What's the point of you guys doing workouts right now when November feels like so far away?
We got to keep the shape. I completely understand it. I would be doing the workouts even if they weren't mandatory. I would still be doing it because I got to keep this shape that we built throughout the whole season and, get better during the summer, because the summer is kind of like where you focus on doing weights and just focus on all the little mechanics and little details on how to become a better athlete. So.
And how is your foot, your ankle? Because I know you've been running sometimes.
My shin, I did get a few looks at it, and it was just a lot of inflammation in the shin. It really hurt to walk, so I did have to wear that boot. But I stayed off my feet as much as possible during the 2 weeks, and so I'm going back into workouts, trying to get slow. I can't go from 0 to 100 that fast, but it's feeling good. So.
And what do workouts right now consist of?
I would say it consists of skill work and just getting stronger and faster. During the season, you don't really get to work on weights a lot because, you're trying to practice and do what you can on the court with the time we have. But I would say a lot of the strength comes during the summer, and then just skill work, just working on ball handling. What is it like shooting? I mean, it's not really, I wouldn't say it's like a practice. It's more like a workout, like a training session in a way.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And discuss your final game for me versus Stanford, trying to make the Final Four. Just go over it a little bit, as if I didn't watch it.
As if, let's see. I mean, it was a pretty good rematch. Stanford being, the defending national champions from last season. I would say the game was pretty hectic. I would say a lot of stuff is going on, a lot of aggression. Both teams just really wanted to win and advance to the next to the Final Four. But it was a little challenging for us. We handled it on the defensive end as much as we could, but I feel like scoring was a little difficult when it came time to do so. We were finding some good shots, but I feel like we didn't get to shoot as many times as we wanted to. They did take a few more shots than us, and that usually doesn't happen throughout the season. But, I mean, it came down to trying to foul at the end, and, when it gets like that with a few seconds coming down and you're down, I don't know, 6, 5, 7. That's kind of just when probably time to, just let it go a little bit. But I mean, we had a really good season. We fought pretty hard against a really good team. They definitely got a lot better throughout the year and a lot more aggressive. So we really couldn't hang our heads. We did what we could. We played hard. I mean, obviously there was a few mistakes that we could, fix, but that's the things that we're working on now to get better for next season.
And do you feel like this is motivation?
Oh, of course. I mean, a lot of people, they didn't expect us to win, which usually happens with a lot of the games that happen in the tournament. But I mean, that just really gives us motivation. It really doesn't hurt too bad. It's not like we take it personal. We get it. We understand But yeah, that's definitely a lot of motivation because like we know we're a pretty good team. Like that's the thing. We're not, I mean, of course you got to stay humble and hungry, but you got to know what you're capable of.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all are good. You can
Yeah.
say it. Y'all are really good, honestly.
Good.
Okay, and just to walk me through a little bit more, like you were just doing, how long after does Coach Schaefer kind of like show you guys the film and finally start to present to you guys, hey, here's some mistakes we made?
I'm not gonna lie, since this is my first year, I don't know how it works with watching a game after the season. But it hasn't been mentioned.
Okay.
I mean, we had a little talk about, okay, look, we know what we're capable of. We've been to the Elite Eight twice, 2 years in a row,
Right.
not some of us, obviously, but he knows his teams are capable of getting past that game. But I mean, I think he's just really focused on next year. I mean, yes, you can fix what you can from the previous games and stuff, but we haven't done that. We just have been locking in, putting our heads down and getting to work. So I'm just going with the flow right now, just trusting in the process and Coach Schaefer. So
I feel you. And any regrets from the season?
No.
That was it. Hold on.
You obviously want to win all the games you can, but when you lose, it's like, yes, you lose, okay, blah blah blah, but you learn so much from losing.
You do.
And that's how you get better. You can't get better if you're like perfect all the time. Like somebody has to tell you what you're doing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really not much to regret. I mean, if I sat there and talked about every single game that we lost, okay, yeah, maybe I regret maybe turning the ball over that one time, stuff like that. But all in all, I really don't regret much. Like, I really don't.
Good, and that's how it should be. Has your off-season approach just changed after finally going through your first year of college ball?
Definitely, because our strength coach just talked to us after weights yesterday and was like, this is how much time you have is, the draft was the other day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, a year ago or 2 years, not a year ago, a year coming up, you get 2 years coming up, 3 or whatever it is, however old you are, this is how much time you have to get to that spot if you want to get there, of course. Yeah. And I was thinking like, okay, there's 1 year down. Now I have 3 more to see what I can do to get, be a WNBA player, be a draftee like the other day. And I was like, that it kind of really changed my focus, because in high school I was like, oh, I just can't wait to get to college, didn't want to skip a step and think WNBA already. But now that I'm already in college, got my first year out the way, now it's like, no, I'm really working for a bigger goal. And that's a minute from now, but like the goals that I have leading up to that goal are going to be important for me, and just staying focused and trying to be as successful as possible.
And do you feel like you have to step into this leadership role now, since your leader, Joe, is like said the farewell?
I've, as a freshman coming in, like on such a good team and with the experienced coaching staff that we had, it was a little challenging, and I was like, am I really the leader of this team? Like I was like, I'm supposed to be the point guard. The point guard is supposed to have that role and come into the season like, okay, what can we do? But as a freshman coming in, I was like, I got to learn. I got to understand first. I got to see what's going on. But as the season went on, I understood that like the team's going to respect me if I do what I need to do. I gotta model. I can't ask people to do things if I can't do it myself,
Absolutely.
And so I think this year, yes, Joanne is such a great leader. All the seniors, great leaders. And we do have a lot of people I can tell like stepping up, like Aaliyah Lee, we call her Lee, the number 2, Matharo. I can see that she's starting to step up because she is one of the oldest ones on the team as far as, classification and stuff. But I mean, I guess I would say I'm a sophomore now in the league. I mean, almost a little bit. But I can see myself becoming a really good leader. I think I learned pretty fast this past season. So that's definitely going to help this season.
And what do you, like you said, you're stepping into it, yes. But what do you feel like your leadership style is? Are you more of a vocal leader or just lead by example? Both? What is it?
Vocal. I don't really have a strong, powerful voice so it's a little hard.
Really?
Yeah.
Noticed.
It's pretty soft and quiet. But I mean, when it comes to calling out plays, like you're gonna hear me. I've been working on it. I can be loud if I really dig deep and stuff, but that vocal is probably my secondary. But I definitely believe that I lead by example because I mean you come every day to the gym to practice, to individuals, weights, whatever it is, and you just give it your all. And whenever you see someone improve like that, it's almost like why wouldn't I want to follow along? Why wouldn't I want to do what they say? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I would say leading by example and just, if you play hard, nobody's gonna want to follow you if you don't play hard. Like if you're not giving your all every possession. And so I believe that, I think I saw, or not overheard, but I believe that's how I was leading this year.
Okay.
Because there was there was more people who are there was other teammates of mine that were more vocal than me, way more vocal and heard easily. But at the end of the day, I think I did lead by example more. So
you really came out swinging your freshman year. So I'm really curious to hear some personal goals you have for yourself for next year. Well, next season.
Getting, although I'm not really that familiar with all the awards that there are for college and NCAA, but it's going to be getting the same ones I did my freshman year and adding more to it. Okay. I want to be able to add to the list, and I don't want to go down. I don't want to lose an award or something like that. Knowing that I got more awards or earned more awards the following season, no, that's telling me that I'm getting better and improving.
So more athletes of the weeks, more player of the weeks, just more. Amp it up.
Yes.
Okay. And I see that for your future. Thank you, Rori. Y'all don't forget to comment, and subscribe to the Rori Harmon Show and to the Orange Bloods Texas football YouTube channel.